Mr. President, as Faculty Marshal, I have the honor to declare this 2011 graduation of Carnegie Mellon University in Qatar as authorized by the Board of Trustees to be in session.
يا بني العلم والفضيلة جدوا، يا بني العلم والفضيلة جدوا، كل كد فيه فلاح فكدوا، إنما الفوز للمجدين وعد. اطلبوا العلم لا تملوا طلابا، لا تكلوا إذا لقيتم صعابا، أي ذل لمقدم يرتد، وابتغوا بالفضيلة التقويما، فهي والعلم لم يزالا قديما، للمعالي عتاد من يعتد، ذلكم ما تقوله لبنيها، هذه الدار بارك الله فيها، والهدى في شعارها والرشد، فخذوا من ذاك الشعار حلاكم، وأبينوا آثاره في علاكم، كل نبل من نبله مستمد، إنما العلم والفضيلة نور ورجاء ورحمة وسرور، وحياة فوق الحياة ومجد. واذكروا ما حييتم خير ذكرى، فضل هذا الحمى وفاء وشكرا. إن عهد التثقف نعم العهد، فاحفظوه ورتلوه نشيدا، وأعيدوا آياته ترديدا. هذه الدار بارك الله فيها. جبران خليل جبران. شكراً.
Good evening. On behalf of Carnegie Mellon, Qatar, I would like to welcome you to our 2011 graduation ceremony. Let me specifically welcome our President, Jared Cohen, Sheikh Mayasa bin Hamad Al Thani, our distinguished guests from the Qatar Foundation Board of Directors, other Qatar Foundation and Education City colleagues, guests, and most importantly, families and graduating students. Tonight marks the completion of 4 years of hard work, which for some of you is culminating with the fulfillment of a vision that you have pursued since the day that you were admitted to Carnegie Mellon. While for others of you, the culmination is one that is very different from anything that you could possibly have imagined when you joined us in the fall of 2007. I myself went away to college 50 years ago in the fall of 1960, knowing, or rather my father knew, that I would major in economics and then go on to law school. But I participated in my college's Williams in Hong Kong program and had the opportunity to teach English to Chinese young people, a service learning opportunity that changed my focus of interest completely. And I went on to major in psychology and ultimately to complete a doctoral program specializing in the area of second language learning and bilingualism, completely different from anything that I could have imagined when I went away to Williams College. During this academic year that is just ending, my wife Ray and I have seen firsthand how hard you have worked academically. Likewise, we have observed the contributions that you have made through various meta-curricular activities, through your service to the Qatar community and to other communities in various parts of the world. As Mahatma Gandhi observed, you must be the change agents that you want to see in the world, and you have done so, and we are proud of you and your accomplishments. And my wife and I are glad that we have had this year to share this opportunity with you. Now you are about to leave us, and it's quite an amazing world into which all of you are going. And this is an exciting time to be a graduate from Carnegie Mellon. We are confident that you are prepared and that you are eager to participate in the work that will need to be done to make the Qatar national vision a reality. The implementation of the National Development Strategy will be enormously challenging. Much of what you will be asked to do will involve taking on challenges and helping to solve problems in situations that did not exist when your parents were your age, using tools and technologies that did not exist when you were in secondary school. So as the poet Ralph Waldo Emerson said, "Do not go where the path may lead, go instead where there is no path and leave a trail." Once again, my warm welcome to all of you to tonight's graduation ceremony, to you, to your relatives, and to our guests. Thank you very much. Now, it is my great pleasure to introduce to you Nof Al-Suwaidi, who has been selected as today's student speaker. She was selected to represent this year's graduating class, and she will be graduating today with a Bachelor of Science degree in Business Administration. Please join me in welcoming Nof.
President Cohen, Your Excellency Sheikh Al-Mayasa bint Hamad bin Khalifa Al-Thani, Your Excellencies and Ministers, Dean Tucker, respected deans, faculty, staff, families, and fellow graduates, good evening. It is a great privilege for me to be here this evening, representing the class of 2011. When I was a kid, the idea of being a superhero thrilled me. For some kids, it was Batman or Spider-Man. For me, it was Superman. Setting aside that they're all male figures, what struck me the most about Superman wasn't his sense of righteousness, bravery, and strength, as much as it was his ability to fly. Without notice, without restraint, he'd take to the sky without a care in the world. For weeks, I wore my little Superman suit everywhere, feeling, living that same spirit of freedom I admired so much. One morning, I wore my Superman suit to school. Stomping the playground with fists on my hips, I made my way to the classroom. For a few brief but wonderful moments, I was the superhero of my first grade class. My reign as a superhero was cut short by the evil Miss Suhair. She was the kryptonite to my Superman. With one pass of her disapproval ray in her syrupy sweet supervillain voice, she said, "Nof, don't you know that a proper Qatari girl can't be Superman?" That sense of power that came along with the suit immediately vanished. She became one of the first of many voices who tried to define my role as a Qatari Muslim woman. Most often it seemed the messages were of things I could not do rather than of things that I could. Jobs I could not hold, choices I could not make, and travels I could not take. Superman's boundless power and freedom would not be available to me. Looking back, I think I know why my teacher forced me to take off that Superman costume. She believed she was preparing me to put on another costume, my abaya. My story of putting on the abaya inverts my story of taking off the Superman costume. This time, instead of someone telling me who I couldn't be, people started to tell me who I had to be. When I made the decision to wear the hijab, my 10th grade friends reminded me that it also meant I got to wear the abaya. Like most Qatari girls, for me, wearing an abaya is a lot like wearing high heels. I was declaring to the world that I'd grown up. That Thursday night, I followed my mother into the women's majlis, proudly wearing my matching shayla and abaya. I claimed my seat among the women for tea and grown-up conversation. In the years that followed, those grown-up conversations started to paint a picture of the life I might someday lead. In the stories I heard, societal expectations restricted Qatari women. I started to learn that being a woman meant I couldn't have an equal voice in society. What started out as a positive symbol of womanhood, unfortunately began to change. It seemed as though wearing the abaya was synonymous with disappearing under it. Let me be clear here. I'm not talking about covering my hair. That was a decision I made as an expression of my faith. I'm talking about the abaya as a representation of the limitations placed on Qatari women. As I have grown, so has my world. People throughout the region are asserting their presence, reclaiming their rights, and demanding that their voices be heard. In my lifetime, Qatar and the women who guide her have undergone long-awaited changes. Women have emerged as leaders and role models. Her Highness Sheikha Moza championed Education City. Without her vision, we would not be here this evening. Her Excellency Sheikh Al-Mayas, our keynote speaker, drives the philanthropic and arts initiatives in Qatar. Hassa Al-Jaber leads one of the most prominent organizations in Doha. These Qatari women and others have begun to change our path. We don't need to take off our abayas to make some startling proclamation of our liberation. We need to strip away the self-imposed and culture-imposed misconceptions of what it means to be a Muslim woman in Qatar. Wearing the abaya should not mean disappearing under it. We can express our cultural pride and actively participate in our society at the same time. Wearing the abaya should not mean we can't wear our superhero costumes. We can and should wear them both. At Carnegie Mellon, we learned to do just that. 4 years ago, we all came in wearing the costumes we thought we had to wear. Each of us acting out the roles our cultures had prescribed for us. In the years since, we have preserved the best of those traits and shrugged off the worst. Professor Al-Malki's writer's craft and Professor Kaba's identity, statehood, and nationhood encouraged us to express ourselves and stretch our views to break through our own barriers. All of our classes dared us to set higher goals for ourselves. As friends and classmates, we've challenged each other every chance we had, whether over a business ethics debate or over a competitive game of taboo. Carnegie Mellon exemplifies what I hope the future will look like. A place where we can compete and create while we celebrate our core values. As we proceed to the next stage of our lives, we shouldn't be the grade school teachers who tell little Qatari girls stories of limit. We must be the moms and dads who tell their daughters and sons they can be any superhero they choose to be. We must be the educators who tell their students stories that empower them and set them free. From our minds and from our hearts, we must tell each other stories of equality. Our work is not yet done. Instead of recreating a past built on restriction, we will help to create a future built on freedom and opportunity. Class of 2011, I hope and expect we will all come back one day and share the story of the future we helped create together. Congratulations to you all. Thank you. Dean Tucker, if you could please join me. As my final responsibility, I carry on a long-standing Carnegie Mellon tradition. During orientation, the class of 2011 stole and concealed the class tile. It is my honor to return it to you so that it can join the others as a permanent part of the CMUQ landscape.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Nof. Thank you very, very much. It is now my duty and pleasure to introduce another role model, to introduce our speaker for tonight, Her Excellency Sheikha Mayasa bin Hamad bin Khalifa Al Thani, Chairperson of the Qatar Museum Authority Board of Trustees. Her Excellency Sheikha Mayasa has played a pioneering role in the fields of culture, education, and outreach, spearheading and supporting a number of local and international organizations. As the chair of the Qatar Museums Authority Board of Trustees, Her Excellency guides the vision for future museums and cultural projects with the aim of transforming the state of Qatar into a leading center of culture and education for the region and for the world. The Museum of Islamic Art, the flagship project, embodies Her Excellency's vision of bridging East and West, as well as past and present. In addition to her work on cultural initiatives, many of us know her as the chairperson for Reach Out to Asia, a philanthropic, non-governmental organization that is dedicated to assisting the victims of recent national disasters, as well as to improving the quality of primary and secondary education in Asia. It is now my pleasure to introduce our guest speaker for this evening, Sheikha Mayasa.
Thank you, Dean Tucker. Well, it's a hard act to follow after the Superman and Spider-Man heroes. My story is not that interesting tonight. But President, Provost, Dean Tucker, members of the faculty, proud parents, family, friends, distinguished guests, and above all, the graduating class of 2011, congratulations. Before I begin, I have a confession to make. For weeks and weeks, I have been putting the speech on hold. I have been trying to connect with my inner self to find things of value to share with you. I, like you, completed my graduate studies last year, and 5 years before that, finished my undergraduate degree. In neither occasion do I remember what my commencement speaker had to say. I don't even remember who they were. So I have been questioning the nature of this talk. Do I encourage all of you to come and work at the museums? Do I ask you to become filmmakers? Do I ask you to volunteer for your time? What can I possibly say to you that you don't already know? So here I am in this position today, knowing that all I will share with you today you'll quickly forget, and in a few years you won't even remember I spoke to you on commencement day. But it may be the case, but I know I won't forget what I saw today. Your names, your faces, your courage and commitment to yourselves, the spillover effect of an invested education in you to the greatness of our nation will be felt region-wide. I'm humbled to be asked, inspired by what I see, and honored to be amongst the class of 2011. I have 5 pieces of advice for you today, and I know if you master these, you will succeed. Number 1, be passionate about what you do. Number 2, acknowledge and realize your dreams. Number 3, prioritize and balance your time. And number 4, never lose a sense of duty. And most importantly, be happy. Graduates, when I embarked on my own academic journey, I did not have the opportunities that Education City has offered you, but nor did I really know where the journey was going to take me. I somehow ended in the rural town of Durham, North Carolina, to Paris, then New York. Each place gave me a different experience and a new self-discovery. Although my next steps were never always clear, and for the most part determined by fate, I never lost passion. It was the drive that kept me going, even when days seemed endless and the goalposts uncertain. It was my passion for life and discovery of new things that kept me going. My biggest university has been and continues to be life itself. Today I am a wife and a mother, and in my spare time, I chair the organizations of the Qatar Museums Authority, the Doha Film Institute, and Reach Out to Asia. And by the way, we are still hiring. I believe and know every one of you will be able to continue to grow as individuals and members of society. Some may continue their studies, others may work, and some may simply decide to take on motherhood. Whatever you decide to do with your life, do it well and do it with passion. When you love what you do, you inspire others, and that energy you resonate can be heartfelt. Do what you want to do and forget what others expect. Be patient, be calm. The rules in the outside world do not resonate those of the university campus. But the strong foundations of CMUQ instilled in you will always allow you to excel in whatever you decide to do. Once you leave here, the rules will be different. In fact, there may be no rules. And you may need to use your own instinct and intuition to know what to do and where to go. You will need to listen to your own voice and find your own calling. You may stumble, you may fall, but in the end, you have all the ingredients to get up again and find stability into your own feet. Again, if you do what you want and are passionate about it, you will always find the energy to muster on, no matter how big the challenge or bumpy the road. Never lose passion. And when you can't find it, then know and believe that it's time to reroute and change direction. The wind always blows, and like a sailor, you control your sails and the direction you want to go. It's never too late to redirect your sails. I can't tell you how many people I see who have regretted not taking an assertive decision and doing what they wanted to do. They've done what others wanted them to do or expected of them, always putting what they really want to do on the side. While you might not know what you really want to do in life, you should be sure of one thing. Never give up trying to find what makes you jump out of bed in the morning. And once you're in tune with that, work becomes pleasurable and your life an interesting journey. And even if you fail sometimes, you'll find yourself surrounded by the things and people that you love. Every one of us has dreams, but the difference in finding the right path and the people along the way to realize the illusion of a dream into a reality between your eyes is a difference. While we can control everything in life, there's almost everything in life. There's one thing we cannot control, the length of life itself. But do not fear death, for it's life change agent. It clears the old and makes room for the new. Today you are the new, but someday, not too long from now, you will gradually become the old and be cleared away. I'm sorry to sound dramatic, but it is true. Our time, your time is limited. Don't waste it living somebody else's life or trying to be something that you're not. Don't be trapped by dogma, meaning living with the result of other people's thinking. Don't let the noise of others' opinion drown out your own inner voice, heart, and intuition. Welcome people's opinion and advice, but in the end, make sure you live up to your motto, that your heart is in the work. You can only do this if you believe in what you're doing. The sky is the limit. Shoot for the stars, and if you miss, you'll end up amongst them. So to have a dream is one thing, but to ensure that you find the path to realize your dream is another. Life gives us many chances, but in the same way, life takes it away. When that happens, one never knows. So don't waste your time. Remember that wherever you go, whatever you do. You may forget the formulas you learned to pass your exams and to graduate, but don't forget that life is short, and only you can realize your dreams. Don't waste your time. Know what you want, focus, and just do it. One can dream a lot and be passionate about all of his or her dreams, but unless you focus and prioritize, then you may be trapped in too many great ideas. Too much of anything can lead to nothingness. So I might sound like I'm contradicting myself. First I tell you to dream and to be passionate about it, and then I tell you to cut back. But trust me, there's merit in prioritizing. Imagine you had 100 dreams, and you're passionate about every single one of them. The average age for someone to live is 74. Most of you are in your 20s. That leaves you about 50 more years. So, if you have X amount of years and X amount and Y amount of dreams, surely you need to prioritize. This sounds like a cliche, but really, less is more. Be great in a few things. Everyone will remember you. Otherwise, you'll be jack of all trades, master of none. Life is short, too short sometimes. I sound like I'm repeating myself, but it's true. Every day counts. Once a day has gone by, you can't regain it. It's gone. Therefore, my advice to you is to live your life thinking that each second could be your last. Have a sense of duty, if not to your nation or institution, at least to yourself. Make use of your life and have a purpose. Do whatever makes your mind and body buzz with energy. I have learned that I do not regret the mistakes that I have made, but I do regret the opportunities that I have missed. To live, you have to let go. Allow yourself to make mistakes, and most of all, trust yourself to be the best that you can be. Don't look around you, look inside you. The best is and always will be inside you. Find your inner strength and let yourself shine. Think about how you want to be remembered once you're long gone, and make it your duty to achieve your dreams. One can never connect the dots looking forwards. You can only do so when you look backwards. So sometimes you may feel an inner pulse or voice telling you to do things or driving you to take certain routes. Go with it. Sometimes your best friend is your instinct. You may not know where you're going, but sometimes it's not the destination but the journey that counts. The picture's not always clear, and like a jigsaw puzzle, the pieces may be muddled up. But if you persevere, set your deadlines with clear goals and objectives, work hard, you will be satisfied with the outcome. And even if in hindsight you realize you have made mistakes, it's okay, learn from them. Make sure you consider them in your new endeavors. Give it your best and you'll have no regrets. Look around you. For those of you who have lived here all your life or part of your life, hasn't your surroundings changed so dramatically? As we diversify our economies, we are creating jobs in new sectors. I encourage you to explore all paths, especially those least treaded. And dare I suggest the visual arts. Unless you try new things, you will never know what opportunities lay ahead of you. I don't know how many of you realize, maybe you're too young, that 15 years ago, we as a nation were in debt. To transform this nation from one in debt to one of the richest in the world reflects a sense of dedication and duty, with visionary leadership and real commitment to innovation. The years ahead count on you to continue to realize great success. And as the famous quote of JFK goes, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. A nation facilitates and provides, but it is we, the people, who must take the responsibility to deliver. Be bold and be wise, and most of all, walk with confidence, dignity, and integrity. Fellow graduates, who would have thought Qatar would have ever hosted the World Cup? It all began with a dream of my father's in the 70s, and he planned the road with wise developmental policies in all sectors to achieve what we have today. All dreams are realizable, no matter how big or small they are. The question is, how committed are you to that dream? Don't look far, look inside you to find the answers and solutions to attaining your goals. Remember, you are the driver of your life. Take control, and be sure to be the best that you can be. Today you have reached a milestone, a moment of pride and joy of which we all share with you in a magnificent setting. Realize what it took for you to reach here and keep it always in your memory. Know what you want, plan your way to achieve your dreams, do it with dignity and passion. Make it your duty, and most of all, be happy. As a nation and a people, we have a vision to deliver. Hand in hand, we can do this. And each one of you can find his or her own niche, where you will excel in your own rights, and more importantly, be satisfied by your participation in self-delivery. There's nothing worse than being unhappy in what you do. Everyone deserves to be happy and confident in what he or she does. Find what makes you happy. Surround yourself with people that give you energy and reasons to be happy. Avoid those who look for reasons to be anything but happy. Life's too short to feel sorry for yourself. Whatever you dislike or want to improve, only you can do it. I know it's not always easy, but each one of you has his or her key to his or her own happiness. Find that strength. Believe in yourself. I believe in you. Graduates, you are young and courageous. Your responsibilities will only grow, if not for your nation or institution, for your immediate family and household. Just remember one thing. However high you climb, however famous you become, remember to remain human. All of you here have received your university degree. The difference between you and the person sitting next to you will be in the way you will touch people. Be kind, generous with your time and resources. Never underestimate the power of a smile. Someone will always be smarter, stronger, wiser, braver. All these traits are forever changing, and you cannot be the best or biggest in the world forever. What you can continue to be, however, for as long as you live, is a dignified human, respecting others and embracing change with courage and humility. Finally, don't be too hard on yourself. Work hard, play hard. Be innovative and creative. Accept the limits of time and realize that there will always be a bigger, better, smarter, and stronger person, which is why I continue to say, look inside you. Be the best that you can be. Do it with confidence, passion, duty, and happiness. In my world, I work closely with artists, and they always say an artist is as good as his last show. This is true in every case. A scientist is as good as his last invention. A doctor is as good as his last surgery. An athlete is as good as his last game. You get the point. It's a fact of life and applies in every realm. Accept it, realize it, and embrace the time you have to do what you can in making our world a better place. Each contribution counts, and that includes you. On a closing note, not on a film festival. On a closing note, I thank Dean Tucker for inviting me today, but also I would like to thank the former Dean of CMUQ, Chuck Thorpe. I know he's not here today and wish that he was, since he was the first person that asked me to speak to his graduating class years ago. Chuck has become a reliable person to Education City in Qatar. His service, passionate contribution, and duty to our nation will never be forgotten. He has lived up to CMU's motto of "My heart is in the work," and no doubt you will too, as have your faculty and the people that make CMUQ a pleasant place to be. So thank you very much, and good luck.
Thank you very, very much, Sheikha Mayasa, for your words of inspiration, for your words inciting us to move forward with dignity, and for us all, students, faculty, staff assembled here, to be the best that we can possibly be, and to carry forth a commitment to work toward the implementation of Qatar's National Vision 2030, and of course, before then, to make 2022 a successful venue for Qatar to showcase itself to the world through the World Cup. It's now my pleasure to move to the diploma awarding section of our ceremony tonight, and I would like representatives from the College of Humanities and Social Sciences, the School of Computer Science, and the Tepper School of Business to assist me with presenting the diplomas to students in their respective programs. We will do this program by program. So first, I now invite the Dean of the College of Humanities and Social Sciences, Dr. John Lahosky, to come forward.
Thank you, Dean Tucker, and good evening, everyone. This class of information systems graduates consists of really bold individuals who seized the opportunity to join a major program they may never have heard of when they first came to Carnegie Mellon, Qatar. These students have worked and studied very hard, and without the leadership of a large group of senior students who had already established traditions and expectations, today's graduates have established themselves as role models for future classes to follow. And they've gone a long way to establishing the traditions that many, many future students will follow. As the second class of information systems graduates from Carnegie Mellon here in Qatar, You'll be among the pathfinders, helping to spread the reputation of CMU Qatar. And you'll be showing the community the transformational power of information systems. We expect these graduates to make substantial professional contributions as Qatar moves towards its national goals, including education, community well-being, management of natural resources, and economic advancement. Information systems fits perfectly with the CMU Qatar mission, just as it does back in Pittsburgh with my own College of Humanities and Social Sciences mission. It's a remarkable program combining theory and practice in information and computing technology, teamwork, project management, development of solutions to complex problems in information management and decision making, and it's all deeply rooted in the traditions and general education of the College of Humanities and Social Sciences. While it's unique and special in many ways, the Information Systems program in Qatar maintains and extends the flavor of the long-standing Information Systems program in Pittsburgh. Both those programs benefit in many ways from the unique global design of the curriculum and the opportunities for close collaboration, even though they're really on different parts of the globe. Members of this class have participated in a wide variety of activities, both inside and outside the classroom. They've contributed much to this CMU Qatar tapestry. They've been active in campus organizations, several have spent time back in Pittsburgh, and they have all made lasting impressions on everyone who's come to know them. We're very proud of them, and we wish them the very best of good fortune in their future endeavors. So, will the candidates for the bachelor's degree of for the College of Humanities and Social Sciences please come forward?
Amna Khalid Abdullah Al-Hitmi, University Honors. Faiza Al-Saeed, Sami Al-Amin, Dua Dalle, Olympia Datta, Shashank Kamlesh Jariwala, University Honors. Yasser Masood, Fatima Mujahid, Omar Nail Shaath,
I now ask Professor Mark Stellick, the representative from the Computer Science Department, to come to the podium.
Thank you, Dean Tucker, assembled guests, family, students. It is always a pleasure to return to Doha, and that is especially true today as we recognize the accomplishments of these new computer science graduates. It seems like such a short time that we were in class together in LAS 008, exploring the basics of computer science in 15103. How far you have come, and indeed, as the world becomes more and more computing-oriented and is more and more dependent upon software, how far you will have to go in shaping that world. I and my faculty colleagues appreciate your hard work and dedication to learning and congratulate you and your families on this graduation. In particular, I want to thank the families for letting us borrow your sons and daughters for these last 4 years and for having the confidence in our ability to transform them from the young adults they were to the professionals they will become. And so now, I would like the candidates for the bachelor's degrees from the School of Computer Science to please come forward.
محمد طارق محمد عبد اللطيف. مريم عبد الله السنيدي. Samreen Androom, University Honors and College Honors.
I now ask that Milton Caulfield, the director of the Business Administration program, please come forward.
Thank you, Dean Tucker. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I bring you greetings from the Tepper School of Business, the faculty, and our 9th dean, who was just appointed on yesterday, Dr. Robert Damon. The poet Langston Hughes observed, "Hold fast to dreams, for if dreams die, life is a broken-winged bird that cannot fly." What does it take to have flight? First, it takes a propulsion system. We believe that the faculty in the Tepper School of Business have given these students the propulsion system that they will need to have the flight that they are seeking. And second, it takes an aerodynamic form. We know that they have been shaped into such a form that they may in fact gain flight. I believe you can fly. I believe you can touch the sky. Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in the Tepper School of Business please come forward?
Hira Niyaz Ahmed. Jumana Al-Kahlout. هند عبد الرحمن الخليفي. أسماء سعيد الكواري. فرحة الكواري. مريم مبارك الكواري, University Honors. ندى عبد الجليل المحميد. نورة عبد العزيز المناعي. زياد طارق عبد الله المطعاف, University Honors. مي النعيمي, University Honors. مهنا الرميحي. مريم الصميت, University Honors. نايف محمد السويدي. أمال شاهين السليتي. نوف السويدي. محمد فيصل الثاني. عايشة صلاح أناني. بنزير كايسر أنس. رفكي براتومو باري. مروان الغمراوي. شازيا حق. فاطمة عبد الرحمن هلال. سميرة إسلام. Matthew James. Layla Tariq Khan, University Honors. Maria Khan. هالة محمد عبد العزيز خشابي, University Honors. Moon Jong Kim. Brian Manalastas. Ramzi Nicolas Masouh. Mridula Mukundan, University Honors. Layla Murad. Yara Izzuddin Saeed, University Honors. Shweta Sitaraman. Samia Sharab. Amnia Khalid Shahabuddin.
May I ask you once again to join me in acknowledging all of our graduates tonight. Congratulations. It is now my privilege and my pleasure to ask our President, Jared Cohen, to come to the podium to deliver the charge to tonight's graduates. President Cohen.
Thank you, Dean Tucker. Congratulations, class of 2011. We're very proud of you. Congratulations also to your family and friends, and to all those who have loved and supported you along the way. This is a wonderful day for them as well, and I'd like to recognize them in a proper way. With the mothers and fathers and grandmothers and grandfathers and brothers and sisters and cousins and friends, the people who have supported these wonderful new graduates, please rise and please turn up the lights so we can recognize you. Lights, please stand up. Thank you for all that you've done over these 4 years to support these wonderful students. I have several other people to thank on your behalf and mine. First, to our keynote speaker, Her Excellency Sheikh Mayasa. Thank you for your remarks, as well as your work in improving access to and the quality of education and culture in this region. I want to thank Nof for that wonderful speech. Sheikh Mayasa was right, you're a very tough act to follow. Thank you, colleagues. We've been very fortunate to have had exceptional leadership of our programs here in Education City. First, with our founding dean, Chuck Thorpe, who served for 6 years, and for the last year, Dean Richard Tucker. Dick is a longtime professor and leader at Carnegie Mellon. He served as the very successful head of our Department of Modern Languages for several years. We were fortunate to be able to call on him to serve as the acting dean of student affairs a few years ago, and then again last year as the leader of this campus. He is a great citizen of the university, and he has done an outstanding job over the last year in maintaining the momentum of Carnegie Mellon Qatar. Dean Tucker, would you please rise so that we could recognize you for all that you've done for these graduates and for the university. I also would like to thank Dick's wife, Ray Tucker, who left her home and her life in the United States to be Dick's partner in the work here. Thank you, Ray. I also want to acknowledge Ilker Baybars, who will become the next dean of Carnegie Mellon in Qatar in August. Dr. Baybars, who is currently the deputy dean of our Tepper School of Business, has had a distinguished career of 32 years as a faculty member and a leader of the Tepper School, a time during which he has also had a great deal of international experience. The university is fortunate again in being able to call on Ilker to succeed Deans Thorpe and Tucker. Would Dr. Baybars please rise so that the Qatar community can see their new leader? Thank you, Ilker. And thank you all. On this very significant day, this milestone in your lives, we are mindful that you and this campus are part of a bold vision. Qatar's National Vision 2030 foresees a future for this nation built on the knowledge economy, on social and human development, and on economic growth with a commitment to environmental sustainability. This is why Carnegie Mellon is here, and this is the future that you will help to create. This is a vision for Qatar, but it is also what people everywhere strive to achieve. At this moment, in what is a time of upheaval and uncertainty, Qatar stands as a beacon of stability, enlightened leadership, and progress. And you, the graduates of Carnegie Mellon Qatar, carry the hopes and dreams of a nation and a region. Are you ready to contribute to this vision and to further progress in Qatar and this region? To provide the kind of innovative thinking and problem solving that will be needed? To have a disproportionate impact on the organizations and nations in which you work? The answer is yes, you are ready, and you are because of how you prepared yourself as a Carnegie Mellon student. You know, it's been said that after Carnegie Mellon, life is easy. Of course, it's an overstatement, but the point is a good one. You've worked very hard at Carnegie Mellon, and you've learned the value of hard work. This is quite intentional on our part. We know that our programs, whether it's business, computer science, or information systems, are especially rigorous. As a result, you are as well educated and deeply trained as a graduate can be. But you've also learned that you have to work to achieve something of value. My heart is in the work, repeated many times tonight. is Carnegie Mellon's motto. It captures the idea of rigor and hard work, but it conveys something else as well. It connotes passion and commitment. We encourage our students to identify what they're really interested in and then develop and deepen their interest and to pursue it. Whether you go on to design new algorithms or manage information systems for a global company or start your own company, as Sheikh Mayasa advised, be passionate about what you're doing and do what it takes to be a success. Another core value of Carnegie Mellon is teamwork and an ability to work across disciplines. Even on a short visit to our campus here, it's easy to see that you work together. Indeed, it seems that you're always together in groups, small and large. This is not only a nice element of your time as a student, it's the way things get done in the world. No one profession or discipline has the answer to really tough problems. Workable and enduring solutions require the participation of many disciplines. Being able to work with people of all backgrounds will be crucial for addressing our challenges. This is something you know how to do and to do well. You've done it for the last 4 years as students at Carnegie Mellon. If there's one thing that's been a central idea in a Carnegie Mellon education throughout history, besides hard work, it's problem solving. This idea has been a formal part of our academic programs for 70 years, ever since the so-called Carnegie Plan was created. It's a powerful concept because it equips our students, as it has equipped you, with the tools and the habits of mind to solve problems of any sort, even if they're very different from the problems you encountered as a student. I'm told by alumni everywhere and from every generation and academic major that they use the problem-solving skills that they learned at Carnegie Mellon every day. Hard work and passion, teamwork and problem solving. These were the core elements of your academic programs, and they also ran through what you did outside of the classroom. The project you built in a village in northern Thailand, the community craft center you built in Sapa in Vietnam, and even the events you organized here, like the Technology, Entertainment, and Design, or TEDx conference, required hard work, problem solving, and teamwork. They also demonstrated your deep concern about social issues and human welfare. Today, you join more than 80,000 Carnegie Mellon alumni. It's a very distinguished group which includes Nobel laureates, business leaders, and award-winning actors and artists, all people who discovered their passion and honed their skills at Carnegie Mellon, just the way you have. But no group of graduates is more important than you. Never has the hopes of a nation and a region rested so heavily on a group of young people. Never has there been so much opportunity for change and progress. So, are you ready to take on these challenges, to seize these opportunities? Of course you are. You are Carnegie Mellon graduates. Congratulations. Mabruk.
Thank you very much, President Cohen. Thank you very much, Sheikh Mayasa. My special thanks to all of our distinguished guests who are with us tonight, to our families, to our colleagues, and to our students who are our graduates who are celebrating tonight. Let me also remind you that we are now pleased to welcome you into the Society of Alumni of Carnegie Mellon. and we urge you to be active members of the Qatar chapter under the able leadership of President Mohammed Abu Zainab. I would now like to officially close our diploma ceremony. I would like to ask our guests to please remain in their seats while the group recesses, and then please to come and to join us in the walkway for a reception following the ceremony. Congratulations to all, and thank you very much.
Yes.